Hey guys, before I start the podcast, a quick introduction. My name is Warnith and I'm the founder of Pet Excel Marketing. Pet Excel Marketing is a marketing agency that specifically works with pet businesses. Over the years, we have worked with pet food brand, pet relocation businesses, pet SaaS companies, pet clothing brand, cat food businesses, dog grooming services, and many other product and service-based pet businesses globally. Our services includes everything from creating graphics to running your ad campaign. Not only that, we have built amazing websites and apps for pet businesses. So if you have a pet business and would like us to help grow it, click on the first link in the description to book a call with our team. Now enjoy the podcast. Hey guys, welcome back to Pet Brand Podcast. I'm your host Varnith, and today we are incredibly excited to have a trailblazer in the pet care industry. Joining us, Mr. Laxmi, the visionary founder of Petfolk. Mr. Lakshmi has been at the forefront of reshaping how we think about pet wellness, with a mission to not just meet the needs of pet, but to enhance the bond between pets and their owner. Pet folk has been synonymous with innovation, compassion, and excellence in the pet care world. From offering tailored grooming services to creating memories, experiences for pets and their parents, Mr. Lakshmi's approach goes beyond traditional pet care. Today, we will dive into his inspiring journey, challenges, triumphs behind building Petfolk, and his vision for the future of the industry. So let's get ready for an engaging and insightful conversation with the man shaping the future of pet wellness, Mr. Lakshmi. Thank you so much for hopping this meeting. Shravan.
Thank you, Varnit. The thing what you are doing for the pet industry is commendable.
Thank you so
See,
much.
a lot of people are doing a lot of things when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to AI, when it comes to a lot of other things, but seldom people take pet as an industry who are encouraging the founders, who are putting their sweat and blood into this industry and
Yep.
making it happen.
Yeah.
And you have chosen, and it is
Mm-hmm.
a very noble cause what you are doing
Mm-hmm.
to make people understand what is happening in the pet world, how people are bringing difference to the pet industry and other things. Thank you, Varnit. Thank you for choosing me to be part of your podcast. And I
Mm-hmm.
wish you a very success and all the pet industry people come onto your
Mm-hmm.
podcast and make
Mm-hmm.
it really happening. Thank you very
Thank
much.
Thank you so much. You have given me a great introduction now to. Yeah, so let's get started at the beginning. Like, what inspired you to enter the pet care industry?
Yeah, Varnit, actually, I came to India like 3.5, 4 years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
was living outside India for almost 25 to 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working into different fields. I was doing a lot of other things. Corona hit me very badly,
Mm-hmm.
not health wise, but financially and other things. Then
Mm-hmm.
I chose to be with the family in India. So I came back to India. I
Mm-hmm.
started working on another project actually. I
Mm-hmm.
have, that time I have two pets,
Mm-hmm.
as same as my number of people at home other than me. Now I
Mm-hmm.
have three pets with three people at home. So
Mm-hmm.
that time my wife used to tell me, uh, Teddy ko, please book an appointment for Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that we get food for Booty and other things. Then it strike to my mind that why not have an app kind of thing, or an society or a community which I can build where anybody, everybody, instead
Mm-hmm.
of asking each other, there may be something which can be
Mm-hmm.
useful for everyone.
Yeah.
This is the reason how the pet folk has evolved.
Mm-hmm. And what
Yeah.
what what industry you were working on before this?
See, I was working into FMCGs. I was working into a lot of other industries. I was into mining and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I have vast experience into sales, marketing, business
Mm-hmm.
development, and all these things. And I wanted to bring all those expertise to make
Mm-hmm.
Petfolk
Mm-hmm.
successful. Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
is how this is one of the reason. And when I'm seeing other pet parents along with me, everybody is going through some kind of stress, some kind of problematic things,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to come bring to their, a convenient solution for their problems, convenient solutions for what is happening. So that is
Mm-hmm.
how Petfolk evolved.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And every entrepreneurial journey has its own hurdles, right? So like what challenges did you face when starting Petfolk?
Yes, Varnit, is a very good question. I will tell you. When I started Petfolk, I started it as an aggregator. I just wanted to be an aggregator
Mm.
between all other service providers like groomers, like food guys, like other guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Mm. Mm.
when I have entered into the market, what I've observed is these
Mm.
people are not up to the mark. These people are just doing the grooming just because people wanted the grooming to be done.
Yeah.
So if I am promoting this kind of services which are not up to the mark, it is going
Mm.
to affect a lot, and there is no use for me to do something different. Then
Mm.
I chose to become a service provider by myself.
Mm.
And if you take a pet as a pet, and in that life circle, whatever is necessary, from grooming, pet food, pet
Yeah.
accessories,
Yeah.
pet wellness, doctors,
Mm.
excursions, all these things in the life cycle,
Mm.
Petfolk wanted to be there in each and every part of the life cycle. So
Mm.
we chose pet grooming to
Mm.
enter the pet industry,
Mm.
because when any pet parent is giving their pet in our hands, that means they are showing immense confidence on us.
Yeah, yeah.
We wanted to build that confidence. We
Mm.
wanted to give ultimate services, because I treat each and every pet as my own pet.
Mm.
So, and I teach my team, I teach my groomers to be compassionate, to be very compassionate with the pets, and be with the pets as if they are their own pet parents.
Yeah.
So that's
Mm.
how we started. So we are entering pet parents' home through pet
Mm.
grooming. It is not
Mm.
that we wanted to do only grooming. We are
Mhm.
entering pet parents' home, every home wherever there are pets, by grooming, and build a trust, and
Mm.
over the trust, then we can start doing other kind of businesses, like we wanted to come up with pet clothing. Now we are
Mm.
coming up with a lot of other things for the pet industry,
Mhm.
which will make us a leader in coming times.
Mhm. Mhm. Also, another industry that's growing is pet insurance. Like, is it something that you are interested on? Are you connected with someone in the industry who's doing like pet insurance or something?
Very good thing, Varne. People are not aware that the pet does have an insurance.
Mm-hmm. In India,
Okay, so
people are
what?
not aware because I have been on podcasts with people who like they company do pet insurance only, like in the US and UK. But I guess in India, I haven't heard.
There are three companies who are
Mhm.
giving pet insurances in India.
Oh.
We have tied up with HDFC. We are not trying to
Oh.
sell it as an insurance by insurance.
Mm-hmm.
What we are trying to do is the pet grooming. Whoever is taking a grooming with us and
Mm-hmm.
who is coming and entering as a subscription with us for an year, we are
Mm.
giving pet insurance of 1 plus 1 lakh plus 1 lakh as free.
Wow. Mm.
So we are purchasing pet insurance. Pet folk is purchasing pet insurance in bulk,
Mm.
and then we are giving it to each and every pet parent who become a subscriber with a pet folk. Like let us
Mm.
say if there is a guy who has
Mm.
come up with his pet to become a subscriber with me, we are
Mm.
giving it as a complimentary for 1 lakh of pet insurance plus 1 lakh of third party insurance. If something happens, the pet goes and bites somebody or something damage it causes to
Mm.
any property,
Mm.
this will take care. So 1 lakh plus 1 lakh of this thing we are doing free of cost for all subscriptions, whatever we are coming to pet for. This is what we are
Wow.
doing.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. And I think that not a lot of companies are doing this.
Yeah, because what is happening is there are no proper regulations as
Yeah.
of now for the insurances companies for pets. They have jumped in and they've started. Two, three
Mm.
companies have started. If
Mm.
I wanted to become a pet insurance license holder, I have to take the license for this. I have to have people trained for the insurance and other things. Instead, what I am trying to do is I'm trying to buy in bulk so
Mm.
that
Mm.
I buy a lot of insurance at a time, and then I give one lakh rupees of insurance to my pet subscribers
Subscribers.
who
Right.
are yeah. So what happens is it gives a value to them, and I can sustain a customer with me forever for a year minimum. So this is
Wow.
what we are trying to do.
Mm. Wow. Mm. And pet folk like stand out as a unique brand. Like, so what do you believe sets it apart from other pet care companies in India?
See, pet care industry as a pet care industry, there are people who are excelled very well into pet food. who have
Mm.
excelled very good into pet clothing, who have excelled very good in doing this, doing that. But when it
Mhm.
comes to grooming or any other part of service part, people, the industry is totally scattered. So
Mm.
I wanted to bring all of them in under one umbrella and make sure that the service, even if they're taking in Mumbai, even if they taking in Hyderabad, the service should be one and the same. This can happen only and only when we treat the pet, any pet, as my own pet.
Yeah.
So the groomers, what we are bringing, we have our own grooming institute. Petfolk has his
Wow.
own grooming institute. So
Mm-hmm.
what we do is we bring people from Northeast,
Mm.
make them, turn them into groomers by training them for 5 to 6 months, train them properly, send
Yeah.
them along with the senior groomers. From the day one, what we do is we try to bring on people who can train them, who are into this market, and then from the day one itself, we tell them that how to be compassionate with the pets, how to treat the pets in a way where they can become friendly and other things.
Mm.
Because being very honest, Varnit, we are not making money from pet grooming. Yes, we
Mm.
are making, but not
Mm.
up to the mark.
Mm.
Because normally, if a groom takes 40 minutes, 30 minutes for anybody, it takes 1.5 hours for us, because we spend a lot of time on the grooming to make sure that the pet is comfortable. It becomes, comfortable with the groomer and other things.
Mm.
So
Mm.
each and every point we take care so that, we are not looking for today, we are looking for the future.
Mm. Mm. And running a business can be rewarding in so many ways, right? So like what's your favorite aspect of leading Petfolk?
The favorite aspect is every day we come across different kind of pets,
Mm.
different kind of stories.
Mm.
So every day there will be lot of stories from our pet groomers saying that
Mm.
I've come across this kind of thing. We have our own WhatsApp group where they post the pictures of before and after pictures of
Yeah.
what
Uh-huh.
happened today. So
Mm.
that itself is so inspiring, so colorful, and
Mm.
so we are, that is what inspires me every day.
Mm.
As a business, I can see that Petfolk can be leader very soon. It may take some time, but till
Mm.
then, these are the pictures and these are the stories and these are the things which is making us
Yeah.
move forward. This is the
Yeah.
fuel which takes us forward.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And personalized care is at heart of pet wellness. So like
Correct. Absolutely.
how do you tailor grooming services to meet each pet's unique needs?
I can say that I can't use a word aggressive, but some pets are really
Yeah.
very much,
Mm-hmm.
they
Hyper
don't like.
energetic. Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are very
Mm-hmm.
hyper energetic and they don't want it to be around with the new people and other things. So
Mm-hmm.
we come across a lot of very soft pets which are very happy to jump into the water and be happy. And there are some pets and other things. So depending on the breed,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the nature of the pet, we decide what to do and what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we advise lot of pet parents to please spend 10 to 15 minutes of their valuable time with their pets in grooming them on a daily basis, which they doesn't do.
Mm-hmm.
They keep their pet at their home because they love it, they like it, but they don't have time to take care of it.
Yeah.
So it becomes like a problem for our grooming session when we go there. It becomes a lot of knots coming up, a lot of ticks shown up, a lot of things, because these are very simple things which a pet parent can take care. If they
Yeah.
take care of it on a daily basis, so
Mm-hmm.
it becomes easier. But
Mm-hmm.
we try to give the pet parents come downstairs and make them understand what is that the pet is going through, how it can be made it better and other things.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what is happening. So breed specific, age
Yeah.
specific,
Mm-hmm.
uh, we have packages, we have people working towards that. That's how
Mm-hmm.
it.
Amazing. And pet folks also organize exciting events, right? So, like, what kind of activities and adventures can pets and their owner look forward to?
Okay, I have selected an area
Mm.
which is called Uppal, is in north side of Hyderabad,
Mm-hmm.
uh, wherein there are so many pets. But in Hyderabad,
Mm.
to my surprise, there is not even one shopping mall which is a pet friendly shopping mall.
Yeah.
So what we did is we turned that mall into a pet friendly mall, first of its kind in Hyderabad.
Wow.
So to turn that, we have done an event. Lot of things we have done. We have done an event with, we have put a ride kind of thing where pets can have a ride on the bus kind of thing
Mhm.
inside, and there are jumping things, the
Yeah.
ball games,
Mhm.
pool, and we have fashion show which we conducted with a drone shooting and other things. So it was so exciting.
Uh,
We expected around 30, 40 of pet parents to come, but it turned out to be 200, 300 pet parents
yeah.
coming, and
Uh-huh.
it was full. And that event was I'm telling of one event,
Mm.
very successful, which we turned that shopping mall that is called DSL Virtue Mall
Mm.
in Uppal, which we turned into a pet friendly mall, first of its
Mm.
kind in Hyderabad. So
Mhm.
I'm saying this kind of events we do. And
Mm.
we have an excellent team in our
Yeah.
team.
Mhm. How
The
many team members do you have in Petfolk?
we right now have around 14 people working with us on a regular
Wow.
basis.
Mhm.
So my co-founder Lavanya, she takes care of the operations on day-to-day basis. So
Mhm.
we make sure that in a month, 1 or 2 days, we run a stray dog feeding event by all of us. We cook by
Wow.
ourselves and we take the food. We go to the roads. We
Mhm.
feed the dogs on the stray. We feed the strays on the roads. So what
Mhm.
we do is the whole day we dedicate for that from morning to evening. We
Wow.
do nothing. We go around as a team, and
Mhm.
we go there. We feed them, and those people will be waiting for us. And also
Mhm.
apart from that, we are collaborated with one of the people who are into giving the bowls, the water bowls. So we keep
Okay.
the water bowls with wherever we are associated with some apartment associations where they can keep the water. It's not keeping a bowl a big thing, but somebody has to pour the water on daily basis. So
Yeah.
we deal with those people for the strays going around. We keep the bowls and we
Mhm.
make sure that the water is filled on regular basis. That is
Mhm.
what we do. That is
Mhm.
that is how we are doing. A lot of
Mhm.
apart from the events, we do
Mhm.
this kind of thing also.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. And let's talk about pet care industry as a whole, not specifically for the pet folk as a whole, and which is definitely growing rapidly, right, in India. So how
Yes.
do you see it evolving in the next 10 years? Like what do you think is the future of pet industry as a whole looks like for India?
Being very honest,
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago, 10 years ago, people were looking at pet industry as only pet food. That
Yeah.
bigger companies
Yeah. Yeah.
produce some food, you buy the food, or
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
buy the bowls. That's all.
Yeah.
Now, anything, everything related to pet is coming up.
Mm.
Example, you have come nail cleaners, the
Yeah.
park cleaner, what
Yeah.
not.
Pet
See,
clothing, pet clothing is emerging. Yeah.
pet clothing, pet
Mm.
beds, even
Mm.
the cots were having a
Mm.
groove where the pets can sleep inside.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you what we are coming up. We are coming up as a pet folk. We are coming up with a pet cycle. We are
Pet.
launching very cycle.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
It is an electric cycle
Mm-hmm.
where the pet parent will be sitting in the sitting, and then there will be a very big place where they can keep the pet in the front and they
Mm.
can go for a ride. So we are
Mm.
launching it very soon. So
Mm.
lots of things are coming up. It
Mm.
is not only, it is no more a pet food or no more the thing. Lot of things are coming up
Mm.
now. Pet folk, we have integrated AI with our website.
Okay.
So
Mm.
anything, everything. If
Mm.
any pet parent wanted to ask anything about any pet or
Mm.
anything, what is happening with their pet, they can go
Mm.
there, then they can ask.
Yeah.
Unless and until there is a need for a vet to touch the pet, anything can be known by using this AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the new technology which is coming. AI is coming up. A
Mm.
lot of things are happening. World is
Mm.
becoming like a small village because
Yeah.
everybody is knowing what is happening in the other part of the world, how they
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
treating the
Yeah.
pets. So the
Mm.
people are trying to do the same thing.
Mm.
And nuclear families have become too many. The
Yeah.
single parents have
Yeah.
become too many.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they wanted to have a companion. So they are keeping a
Mm.
pet as their companion. So
Mm.
pet industry is booming. I can
Hmm.
say that it is exploding like anything. It is one of the biggest thing which is going to happen in next 10 years. It is one of the top most industries which is going to happen
Hmm.
anywhere in the world, not only in India, I'm telling you.
Yeah. 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 Definitely.
And Pet Folk, we wanted to be part of that
The
growth.
wave.
And
Yeah. Hmm.
yes, we wanted to be there, and we also wanted to grow along with the growth of this industry.
Definitely. And regarding your services, like you said, like you were talking about this electric cycle and thing, right? So affordability and luxury like don't always go hand in hand, right? So like how do you strike a balance between the two for pet parents?
Okay. I don't wanted to name anybody who call themselves as a luxury.
Hmm.
There's nothing it called as luxury.
Hmm.
Okay. It is a common necessity for any pet which we are doing, and we call
Yeah.
it as a luxury.
Hmm.
Nothing is luxury,
Hmm.
or nothing is luxury. As for me, I'm
Hmm.
telling you, we are starting pet folk grooming centers all over India. Our aim is to have 400 of them very soon in India.
Wow.
Okay. We have started our first thing in Rajahmundry. We are opening up our Mumbai store in Bandra West next week by Christmas.
Wow.
Okay.
Hmm.
And this is first of its kind in whole India, which is having a jungle theme. So pets will be having a luxury kind of thing, what is happening there at an affordable price. We don't
Hmm.
charge because we are doing, pet doesn't ask that I need this, I need that. It
Yeah.
is the pet
Pet
parents
parent. Yeah.
thinking that I wanted this for my pet and I wanted that for my pet. So that is
Hmm.
what is happening in the world. So we are
Hmm.
entering Mumbai. We are starting our branches in Goa very soon. We are
Wow.
launching by come by Sankranti. Goa will be started. We are
Hmm.
entering into other parts of country also. So slowly but surely we are entering everywhere in
Hmm.
India. We
Hmm.
wanted to become one of the biggest brand in India.
Hmm.
Yes, we will give luxury services, but at an affordable
Wow.
prices.
Wow.
That is what we will do.
Hmm. Amazing. And talking more about about your team, right? So team makes all the difference for any startup, any big companies. So what qualities do you look for when you are hiring groomers or other team members, your co-founders, or someone from like executive position?
See, anybody who ever wanted to join pet food has to be a pet lover.
Yeah.
There's no compromise in that.
Hmm.
There's no compromise in that. If
Hmm.
they're not pet lovers and if they're just looking for a job, we don't want them. We
Hmm.
wanted a pet lover. Educational qualifications or any other qualification doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Those can be
People who are
learned.
passionate about the pets and dogs.
Pets, if they are not passionate about the pets, it
Hmm.
doesn't take us
Yeah.
anywhere.
So for
Because
them, it's like any other job if they are not passionate about the pet industry.
why should they come into pet industry?
Mm,
If they wanted to come into a pet industry, they
mm,
have to be pet lovers. And now I'm telling you, whenever we go to universities or whenever we go to places to take interns or anything, when we ask the first question, please raise the hand who are pet lovers, 80% of the people raise the hand.
yeah. Mm,
And a lot of people wanted to become interns with us, not because of the money. Money is
mm,
not the driving power. They wanted to work with the pet industry. They
mm.
wanted to deal with the pets. They wanted to be touching the pets on daily basis. I'm telling you. So
Yeah.
there's a total revolution which is happening everywhere. The people wanted to come into the pet industry. You will see it happening coming next to 2 to 3 years.
Mm,
Everybody, anybody, whoever, one is a pet lover, that will be the driving force for them to join any pet industry, not the
mm,
money.
mm.
So that
Definitely.
is how we choose. And I'm proud to say that all the people whoever are with pet folk are pet lovers.
Mm, definitely. And if somebody is listening to this podcast and they want to get started in this industry as their own brand, as their own startup, right? So for aspiring pet care entrepreneurs, what's your top piece of advice to become successful in this industry?
See, only the thing is they have to be very, very passionate about pets.
Mm,
Take it. See, money will follow.
yeah.
You have to do the compassionate services. You have to take care of the people properly. money will definitely follow. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do.
Hmm.
So what all I suggest anybody who wanted to come into pet industry, welcome,
Hmm.
because it's a huge ocean. There's
Hmm.
lot of people who are required to take up this thing. So
Yeah.
choose first what is that you wanted to do,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
then
In which
and
specific niche you want to enter in the pet industry?
correct.
So,
See, I see now what we are running. I'll tell you, Petfolk is running right now. We are
hmm.
going to all fashion industry colleges, fashion colleges everywhere. We are asking them, and we have declared a prize money open, saying that we wanted a pet clothing, affordable pet clothing to be designed and given to us.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then what we are going to do with that design, we are going to go with the self-help groups to make the pet clothing done. Once it is done,
Hmm.
then selling it is at an affordable price, because nowadays, for a pet, a kurta is costing 2,500 to 3,000 if you are aware of it, Varnit.
Yeah, yeah.
So we wanted to give it on a day-to-day clothing, like daily
Hmm.
clothing,
Hmm.
a small t-shirt for a pet, which can be 200-300 bucks, which
Yeah.
everybody can afford. So
Hmm.
for that, we are trying to do this kind of thing. So these are there are so many places where any guy who wanted to come into startup to do that, either pet clothing, pet food, pet
Hmm.
supplements, whatnot,
Hmm.
anything they wanted to come in. There's a huge potential.
Hmm. 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 And you also have franchise. So expanding through franchises is definitely a big move. So what inspired you to launch these opportunities with Petfolk?
See, I told you earlier also, Varnit, we
Hmm.
wanted to have 400 shops. It doesn't mean that all pet folk will be running.
Hmm.
Now I entered Mumbai. We are
Hmm.
starting our own shop first, our own
Yeah.
pet care center first,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then show them how to do it, and then
Hmm.
go for the franchises. So what happens is we can be a support system for that city. So we are entering that city as our
Hmm.
own. So
Yeah.
our thinking is for every 10 franchises, Petfolk should also be having one or two franchises, one or two our own shops sitting over there. So it becomes like a guide point to them, or if there
Hmm.
is anything,
Hmm.
whatever they
Yeah.
wanted to do, we can
Hmm.
be helpful for them. So
Hmm.
this is what the plan is. So why we are looking for franchisee of thing is the scope is big.
Yeah.
People are there who are pet lovers, who don't
Hmm.
know where to go. So we are bringing them under Petfolk umbrella, training
Hmm.
them properly, giving them all the necessary things, training them how to do the business, and we
Hmm.
are supplying with our professional groomers to them and
Wow.
make sure the business flourish.
Hmm.
From our college, what we are going to do is we will give them a professional groomer, and we will give access to our software where they can book, do whatever they wanted to do with their grooming centers, and then apart from that they can start selling a lot of things in the pet store and other things. So it becomes like a regular business, and it can
Hmm.
take care of their passion.
Hmm.
When we ask for any franchisee, the first question what we ask them is, are you a pet lover?
Yeah. Hmm.
And do you have 6 to 7 hours of time to spend to look after your business? If they
Hmm.
say yes, then only we engage with them.
Hmm.
That's what we are doing.
Hmm. And also choosing a right location is also crucial, right, for your store. So how do you decide like where to open a franchisee, doing market
Very
research?
good question. Very good question, because somebody has come to Petfolk trusting us to start a business.
Mm-hmm.
So even before we going there, we do a proper survey of that area.
Mm.
We understand that area properly,
Yeah.
and we understand that area. We know the pet population, how much is there, and the affordability of the pet parents over there, and the
Yeah.
competitors, how many are there, and how
Mm.
big the business may be, what can be the business, what may be the potential. We already see, if I'm going to Mumbai, we have done a study of 10 to 15 areas in Mumbai. So we are
Mm.
ready for 10 to 15 franchises ready. It's
Mm.
not that, somebody has come, we just took them as a franchise. No, unless if we don't see a potential. There are so many people, they say that, okay, I belong to this area. I wanted to start my franchise here. I said, no,
Mm.
because there are no pets there.
Yeah.
Because Petfolk name integrated with each and every outlet where we are going. We
Hmm.
can't afford happening anything wrong to pet folk name.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
wherever we are going, we will be with utmost care. In Hindi, we
Hmm.
can say, फूक फूक के कदम रख रहे हैं हम लोग.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is
Doing
what
the
we are doing.
proper research and everything, market research, and then going in the, yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
even one wrong step can
Yeah,
be a big blow
definitely.
to pet folk, which we don't
Hmm.
want.
Mm-hmm. Anything
That we,
negative
yes, we want.
associated with the brand, like that's like the very negative thing.
Nobody says that a franchisee done it. People say that pet folk people did it.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly.
so that's why wherever we are going in franchisee, we are making sure that we are with them in the journey.
Mm-hmm.
We are not just leaving them, okay, now go and do it by yourself. No way. We are in their journey, making sure that they will be successful, which makes pet folk successful and grow.
Mm-hmm. So
That's what is
what does your day-to-day work like schedule look like? Like meetings and all?
what happens is when is right now. I
Mm-hmm.
have Okay. So the Hyderabad operations or any other operations, what is happening right now,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to Hyderabad or any other operations,
Mm-hmm.
Bunny, that is Lavanya, takes care of it. So she
Okay.
looks after it.
Mm-hmm.
Then growth and expansion is my niche.
Okay.
So if I wanted to do something in Mumbai, I go and sit in Mumbai. I check it, how it goes, what is happening,
Mm-hmm.
what best we can do, what can we do to try to cut a deal with any of the places where we wanted to do. Coming up with the new products, coming up with the new lines, that is my niche, which I took off, I take care of. And we also have one or two more people who are our co-founders, which we assign them their own work like
Mm-hmm.
Hatim Saab, we call him as he's looking into he has his own boarding, but he looks after the pet behavior and other
Mm-hmm.
things because he's a pet behavior therapist by himself. So
Mm-hmm.
lot of things he looks after the other things, and then there is one more of our guys who looks after. His name is GVR. He has his own business running, but he
Mm-hmm.
keeps his heart over pet folk, looking after the expansions, looking after the
Mm-hmm.
transportation side, looking after the fleet management, looking after the expansion. So we have divided the work into
Yeah.
each and every one. So because if we wanted to grow, the work has to be divided and
Yeah,
everybody taking
definitely.
care of it.
Definitely.
That
Mm-hmm.
is what is happening as
Mm-hmm.
of now.
Giving the specific role to person who's like good at it and is
Correct.
yeah.
See, right now, because we are in Hyderabad and we are growing one in Rajahmundry, we have one in Mumbai, we are starting, Goa, we are starting, Hyderabad, we are starting two more.
Yeah.
So it looks small, but when it becomes
Yeah.
100,
Yeah, yeah,
when it
definitely. It's
becomes
a lot
200,
of work to do for a single person.
yes. See, a lot of opposition comes among our co-founders. They say that, okay, are we jumping our gun very fast? But I
Mm.
say we have had enough of experience for last 2 years. Now we have tested the waters. Now this is the time for us to grow. So
Yeah.
that is what we are doing right now, Varnit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So this is the quick fire question round. I will ask you a question and then you will quickly give the answer, right? So a
Sure.
fun one to lighten up the mood. Like, what's your favorite breed of dog or type of pet?
Earlier it used to be Maltese,
Mm.
Varnit,
Uh-huh.
because I used to have two Maltese at home. Now I
Okay.
have a poodle. Now I have a
Okay.
poodle.
Okay.
He is like my younger son. He always be on myself. If he gives place only, I can sleep on my bed. So it is his bed. I'm going and occupying his bed, something like that. So right now I can say, see, I don't care about any breed, Varnit.
Mhm.
Each and every pet has the
Definitely.
same
Definitely.
heart.
Mm.
See, till you bring a pet to your home, breed
Mm.
matters. Even if it is an indie,
Mm.
even if it is an Maltese, even if it's a golden retriever, anything, it
Mm.
is one and the same. Their heart is same. Once it has
Definitely.
entered your home, it is done. It is done. So people bring breed. I'm very sorry to this used this word.
Mm.
People bring breed to show off.
Definitely, definitely. And
Show off.
I have seen climate conditions like in India, definitely it's tropical climate, and people buy huskies and
Correct.
dogs that belong to the countries that are like, they have cold climate. So that is something people do just to show off on social media these days.
Correct. See, huskies are not for India for sure,
Hmm.
but you see, every third pet or fourth pet is a husky now.
Yeah, yeah.
So they are also evolving to become an Indian pet now.
Mm.
So by nature, by themselves, they are becoming Indian breed now.
First
Because
time.
each, see, it is not a first generation husky which is right now in India. So a lot
Mm-hmm.
of breeding happening. So it is
Mm-hmm.
maybe sixth, seventh, tenth breed or 100 breed. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know. So the huskies are getting used to Indian climate right now. But I say that they are not for India. But people, we can't say that why did you bring in husky? They are their son, they are their daughter. We can't say anything. But
Mm-hmm.
the way, if anybody is bringing husky, the way they are keeping is a totally different, because they keep in AC all the time and other things. So that
Mm-hmm.
is what is happening. Here I wanted to suggest every pet parent one thing.
Mm-hmm.
People bring pets by not even thinking how their home is, what their home consists of. See,
Yeah.
if you see their home, they have tiles,
Mm.
and the claws or the paws to the
Yeah, yeah.
pets are not suitable for that area.
Mm.
That
Mm-hmm.
is why when they become older,
Mm.
they have lot of problems with their legs, with their
Mm. Knees.
body and other kind of things,
Mm.
knees, lot of joint pains and other things coming up.
Mm.
This is what is happening. So I suggest, if they have enough of space, depending on the space and depending of the time, they should choose the breed what they wanted to bring.
Mm.
This is my suggestion.
Mm. Mm.
And here I wanted to add one more thing, Varnit, which I forgot to tell you before. We are launching pet supplements by
Wow.
Sankranti.
Mm.
This is for tier 2, tier 3 cities. Tier 1 cities, pets, they give proper food, everything. They give packaged food, they give pet snacks, whatnot, everything. But when
Mm.
you go to tier 2, tier 3 cities, what they give is dahi chawal and dal chawal,
Yeah.
and sometimes some bones on a weekly basis or something like
Mm.
that.
Mm.
So on the longer run, there are a lot of problems coming on to those pets. Like there
Mm.
may be having a lot of bone problems, lot of other problems. So we are
Yeah.
coming up with the supplements. What we are
Yeah.
suggesting them to use one scoop on a daily basis, which consists of multivitamins, nutrients, supplements, everything into that
Mm.
one scoop, which
Mm.
will not be costing them not more than 10-15 rupees a day.
Mm.
So Petfolk is launching pet
Wow.
supplements
Mm.
coming in after Sankranti, that is after January. By
Mm.
February, it should be out in the
Mm.
market. We have done the trial runs, everything is going on good. We have
Mm.
done the trials on 200, 300 pets, and everything is good. So now we are launching them also for
Mm.
tier 2, tier 3 cities. So I just wanted
Mm.
to add this one.
Yeah. And beside this, beside the pet supplement, any other area you are thinking of expanding?
Yeah, the pet clothing I told you.
Pet
The pet
clothing.
pet cycles which we are coming up.
Wow.
uh, then as I told you,
Mm.
once we reach a number to 200 to 300 pet
Mm-hmm.
shops or 400 pet grooming centers happening,
Mm-hmm.
then by the time we will plan to collaborate with someone for making our own pet shampoos, pet
Mm-hmm.
food, whatnot, everything we will enter into that,
Wow.
because we have a say in the market
Basically
by
a
that.
one-stop solution for all every
Everything.
pet. Mm.
Yes. So in that life cycle of a pet, we wanted to be there every part of their life cycle.
Mm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what pet folk aims at.
Wow, amazing. Next question, for you, balancing work and life can be tricky. So how do you relax after a long day?
See, I don't see much of the difference between home and an office,
Mm-hmm.
because even if I go home, there are pets. Even if I go to office, we are dealing with the pet.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it is like one and the same.
yeah.
And even I have a lot of support from my wife, Mamta, who is an support for making pet folk happen, who
Mm.
is also adding fuel to make sure that the pet folk moves
Yeah.
forward.
Mm. Mm.
Uh, she by herself is a government employee, but she spends
Mm.
a lot of time on dealing with pet folk on day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
So It doesn't make much difference for me going home or being at office. It is one and
Great,
the same.
great, great, great. And productivity is definitely a key for leaders. So, like, what is your go-to tip for people to be productive?
Sure, sir. Yes. See, if you really wanted to be productive, what we
Mm.
do is we divide the day.
Yeah.
What has to be done today?
Mm.
What is our priority?
Mm.
What is the thing which we have to do?
Yeah.
How can it bring difference to pet folk?
Mm-hmm.
What is the thing which we are doing different from yesterday? That is what
Mm-hmm.
we do. And
Mm-hmm.
we divide it. See, delegation is what I believe on. So once I start delegating the works to my team are more than ready to jump in and take up the task what we are thinking of. So
Mm-hmm.
I put on my brains. I think what has to be done, and I delegate it to my team, and it happens.
Delegation.
So touch
Mm-hmm.
wood, till now everything is going on good. I
Mm-hmm.
hope that my
We'll keep
team
going like that.
keep doing like that, and we excel in every way wherever we are going.
Mhm, mhm. And for new pet parent need advice, right? So what is the one piece of advice you give them?
The sincere advice to any new pet parent who wanted to take a pet home,
Hmm.
consider that they consider that you are going to build a bond with them.
Yeah. Hmm.
If you do, they love you and they trust you like their own pet parents, right? So if
Absolutely.
you have to be ready and you have
Hmm.
to be patient with your pet
Hmm.
for them to make sure that you are their parent. So that
Hmm.
is what I suggest. So I suggest them they should spare some time on daily basis and make that pet which is coming as their own family. That's all I will suggest.
Hmm.
Whatever the breed they bring in.
Hmm. And if you had to summarize pet folk in three words, like what would that be?
Summarize pet folk is like,
Mm.
I can say pet love,
Hmm.
pet care, and
Hmm.
empathize with the
Hmm.
pets. That's what I can say. That is
Hmm.
what we do.
Hmm. Great. And also, like, are you excited about the vision of global expansion? Like, do you see Petfolk growing internationally?
Yes, Varnit, this is a good question. For me, doing business outside India is easier than doing in India because I
Mm,
lived my most of my life outside India.
yeah. Mm,
It's very easy for me to enter Gulf to
mm,
do the business over there. There, 80% will be or 90% will be cats and 10% will be dogs.
okay.
So
Mm,
for me, it is a cakewalk for me to enter into Gulf and
mm,
into Europe because even the embassy from some of the European countries are after me asking for me to come and start my pet folk over there. But I
wow.
said that we have started in India right now.
Mm,
Let me win this in
mm.
India and
Because
then we
India
will
is
come.
like a tricky market as of now, right? The pet industry is not that evolved as comparable to the Western
Correct.
countries. Mm,
Correct. But we wanted to do in India for next 2 to 3 years very religiously and make sure that we are successful in India. With this success story, we wanted to enter Gulf or we wanted to
mm,
enter Europe with a bang. That is what
mm,
we wanted to do. So in our
mm,
plans, 2026 is where we are planning to go into the Gulf and the
mm.
part of Europe and 2027 far east, and then after that we wanted to go to Americas. That is what
Wow,
our plan is. It's a very
amazing.
clear vision about that.
Mm. And last question from my end, Mr. Lakshmi. Looking back, every journey has its own highlights, right? So, like, what's your proudest achievement so far with Pet Folk?
See, there are a lot of stories to say, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the stories is, there when we conducted any event, there
Mm-hmm.
used to be a pet by name Milo, which is very shyish. We made sure that it becomes normal. Our whole team with the pet and make sure that it mingles with the people. Now Milo is like a pet which wants only pet. So there are lot of stories
Mm-hmm.
which we take in.
Definitely.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, the proudest moment of Petfolk is we dedicated an ambulance which we have given it to the society.
Wow.
We call it as a pet ambulance, free
Mm.
of cost. If there is anywhere any problem in Hyderabad, they can just
Mm.
ring us. So that ambulance goes there, picks the picks the pet or a stray or whatever problem we see
Wow.
there, take it to the doctor, whatever they suggest. We don't suggest anywhere. Wherever they wanted to go, we go and
Wow.
drop them free. So this
Wow.
is what we have done, and I'm very proud that we have dedicated this pet ambulance to the market.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. And that wraps up another fantastic episode of Pet Brand Podcast. Mr. Lakshmi, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here today. Your
Thank you very
journey, your innovative ideas, and your vision for shaping the future of pet wellness has been nothing short of inspiring. To all our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank
Don't
you,
forget to
Varnit.
don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with your
100%.
other pet enthusiasts. And finally, Mr. Lakshmi, thank you once again for taking the time to share your story and insight with us. It's been such an honor to have you on the podcast.
Thank you, Varnit. Thank you very much. Thank you for choosing
Great.
Petfolk.